Hey guys, Man from here again, and today we'll be doing another faction review. We're gonna finish off Dwarves with Ered Luin, so let's load into our test map and get right into it.
It's the Dark Lord Sauron.
Okay, so for Ered Luin, their unique trait is that their Dwarven units are actually slightly faster than the other Dwarven units. I'll pick Ered Luin.
Where do I go with these?
They get, like I mentioned before, all the standard buildings. We could buy all the spellbook powers. Get that out of the way. Actually, we'll wait to buy one of the spellbook powers. We're going to wait to buy that. And then we'll build all our necessary buildings.
Clear the way, fine craftsmanship. That'll work. There's plenty of work to go around. We have the best materials.
Okay. We have all our buildings, and we're going to recruit our heroes ahead of time and have them level up. So...
Lead the dwarves into battle.
I would take each and every one of these dwarves over an army from the Iron House.
There's plenty of work to go around. Build it! The fortress is ready! A mighty catapult is ready! Who called for some guardians?
Okay.
He still lives. I am sure of it.
So let's go over the units first. We got the Ered Luin Guardians.
Who called for some guardian?
Function similarly to all the other Dwarven Guardians. They get a charge attack, standard upgrades. They get a unique upgrade, which is called Sharpened Axes. This is basically another Forge Blades, which stacks on top of the other Forge Blades, but if they attack from behind, they will deal like 50% more damage. So it kind of fits into the theme of Ered Luin units being a bit faster, where they can kind of take advantage of chasing down enemies. I got the Ered Luin Pikemen, functionally similar. Cool thing about Ered Luin is you actually get archers from your barracks.
They shall fear the sight of our beams. Stand tall, Felix!
This is the most ideal ranged unit from the base or from the Dwarven barracks. We got our Sharpened Axes upgrade. Already kind of went over what that did. This is definitely the weaker of the unique upgrades, but if you do want more damage, hey, stacked on top of Forge Blades, and you could probably just cut through armies like it's nothing. The unique quasi-elite unit for Ered Luin is the Unburnt. These guys are stronger than all these units, but their unique trait is they get another charge attack, which doesn't really function any differently than any of the other Dwarven charge attacks. So, kind of lackluster, but
We couldn't let our friends have all
just the fact that they have 1200 health and their armor set makes them better than most units in the game.
mother's mud-caked beard.
And let's get all our upgrades.
A new upgrade
Of
is
course,
ready. Forged blades are ready.
standard upgrades on these guys.
Banner carriers now. Get ready, dwarves. To your places.
Alright. We'll just go over this real quick.
The flaming boulders are ready. It's the ring. Get it quick.
This is the Ered Luin catapult. Don't be fooled by the icon. It's a decent catapult.
Take your time now.
It's nowhere near as good as the other two, though. So that's one thing about Ered Luin. Your catapults are not as good. But it does get an oil barrel, so It has its utilities. And then the unique building for Ered Luin is Lake Town. And this is the exact functions the exact same as the Dale Marketplace. So we got our housing area for more money, militia house for access to Lake Town units, and then we have a well, and then a watchtower. Lake Town units function similarly to the Dale units, but they do not.
Rise up, men of Dale.
Okay, yeah, no, they do get the same formation.
Pick up your bows, men. Men of Dale.
Actually, no, they get a different formation, I believe. These guys gain armor but lose damage.
Come together.
I think this is the same. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So all these guys, all these Lake Town units gain information that gives them armor, but they lose damage. And these archers are the best archers you can get with dwarves. Well, for Ered Luin, I think the Dale archers are slight. They're the same unit, but they're better because their hero is better, and that makes a difference. Where was I? As I was saying, these guys are very good. There's 15 in the battalion, so 5 more units means 5 more units dealing X amount of damage, and then they are really good against monsters. For unique hero, we get Bard.
I would like to know who you are and what you are doing in these lands. They have a heart people need to eat.
Will you just listen?
Ah, yes, that will do it. We're done with this one.
I've never stolen a thing in my
Fine
life.
craftsmen. Dwarves.
Get
We have to get
our
going back to our
stuff.
territory.
Get our heroes in place.
Makes you think I would help you?
They may be near. Keep your heads up.
I'm sorry, do I know you? I'm trying to tell you there is something else
Alright.
out there.
I guess we'll just go over Bard first.
It's safe. Don't let anyone find
So at level 1, he can summon his Thrush.
Men of Dale.
And we are with you, laddie.
They have a heart people need
No,
to
you
eat.
doubt me. I know
So
you
the
always
Thrush improves his vision, I believe, and it reveals stealth units.
King of carven snow.
You can click on it, but it doesn't really do anything. Okay.
If you value your freedom, you'll do as I say.
Yeah, it kind of follows him around, and
I would help you.
I guess it improves his
Cold and
range.
tired.
At level 3, he can toggle between the short bow and the longbow. Short bow fires faster, but has less range. Longbow shoots further, but has shorter or longer fire rate, or longer delay between shots. At level 5, he gets his leadership. It only affects Lake Town units. They gain 25% damage and 200% experience gain. You can toggle it to have it
They have a heart people need to eat.
The ring. Get it.
to have more range, like you can be more spread out, but they won't gain the experience.
Need a smuggler. They have a heart people need to eat.
Crown shall be of gold. His heart shall be strong. His halls shall echo gold.
What's your hurry?
Doesn't seem that the distance doesn't seem that far anyway. Level 7, he gains. I believe this is this is a camouflage.
If you value your freedom, you'll do
And
as
then
I
level
say.
10, he gets the black arrow. This is kind of just a flavor ability. You shoot an arrow at a target, and then it does like a lot of damage. But then, if you want to use the ability again, you have to go pick up the arrow. So, yeah. That's Bard. Not as good as Brand, but he serves his purpose. Now we'll go over the the heroes from Thorn's company, starting with Bilbo. Bilbo's a scout hero. He can, like all hobbits, he can throw rocks or use a sword. His sword is Sting, though, so it's actually really good against spiders, which is a pro tip.
No, I don't imagine anyone
He can cloak. At level 2, he can gets this ability where he can steal 300 resources from anything, a unit, a hero, or a building.
You've
At
got the
level,
wrong hobbit.
at level 4, he gains a Blade Master.
Not exceeding
He
1/14
gains
of the total
50%
property.
damage, speed, but loses 20% armor.
I'm sorry, do I know? I'm trying to tell you there is something else out there.
We'll actually talk about Balin next so we can get the Mithril armor. So, Balin, when you initially recruit him, he has 25%, or he has leadership, grants 25% armor to nearby allied infantry. He has a teleport at level 3.
The ring has been dropped.
He has rebuild at level 6. At level 10, he can grant all the upgrades to all the dwarven infantry units, and this grants literally every upgrade that the dwarves have. So that's kind of sick. You can just upgrade your army for free. And then he has the cool thing about Ered Luin is if you buy the Expedition because of Doom Power, he actually gets a complete upgrade of abilities. He becomes the Lord of Khazad Doom. And now his leadership is he grants 25% damage as well as armor. He still has his teleport. He gains Planter Switch. He can summon the Raven Roak. Okay, so you can actually control this one, and this guy you can use to just scout out areas. And then I think by default he just kind of circles around Balin.
Apology accepted.
And then for his next planter, he actually gets this really cool ability. When he dies, he summons his tomb, you know, like in the movie, the tomb of Balin. And then allied units near the tomb gain 50% armor, 50% damage, experience gain, and resistance to fear and terror. He still has his rebuild. He can still grant units all the upgrades. And then he has this ability where he permanently grants a hero while they're alive 500 health. So Bilbo has 3,700.
There's a sword. More of a letter opener.
I've never stolen a thing
Now he
in
has
my life.
4,200.
Still have time.
And that stays until the hero dies. And now we can get back to a Mithril armor. We'll finish Balin real quick. So when he gets Mithril armor, he maintains all the abilities, but he gets he gets a new ability level 10. This is a paralyze. This freezes all units. This can be used on your units, and it can be used on enemy units. But the units become invulnerable, and they cannot be crushed, and they can't be knocked back.
There is no way.
So it's kind of a skill testing ability.
For the best.
After all,
You can use it to make your opponent's life very difficult, where they can't escape, or you can use it to like save yourself from like a powerful AoE attack.
That's what I thought.
Back to Bill real quick. When he gets Mithril armor, he just summons the treasure chest, kind of like how Dane of the Iron Hills can summon
I know you
treasure
always
chests.
I'm trying to tell you there is something else out there.
all will share in the wealth of the mountain. For when I call upon the gods,
Okay, the next hero we'll talk about is Dwalin's brother, or Balin's brother, Dwalin.
nothing more.
Kind of tongue twister.
Get your foot out of my back.
Alright, so level 1, he gains this ability called Armor Breaker. It's a single attack, and then all enemies within a small radius, like a really small radius, lose 75% armor for 30 seconds. So yeah, all those units with the little effects right there, they all have 75% less armor. At level 3, he can summon Bifer, Bofer, and Bomber.
Balin, at your service.
You cannot control these guys. Bifer and Bofer will attack nearby enemies, but Bomber will actually heal allies even in combat.
Apology accepted.
And I think this lasts like a minute.
He said there'd be food.
At level 6, he gains a building disable. At level 10, he gets Earth Hammer. This is the same as Gloin's, literally the exact same ability.
Very good nurse. Any more?
These heroes function really similarly, but Dwalin definitely gets a better ability with the summon. And then when he gets Mithril Armor, he actually gains access to a new Palantir. So you can create a cavity in the earth, and then enemy buildings near the cavity lose armor, enemy units near the cavity lose speed. Can't use it on top of units though, so you kind of have to create it adjacent to them or away from them. And so you can see, yeah, the unit is debuffed, losing speed.
Very good nurse.
And then at level 7, you can collapse the cavity, and then it deals damage. Yep, deals damage and knocks back enemies.
What's it to you?
So
I'm with you. I didn't like it there.
our next hero is Oin. At level 1, he can alternate into a range mode where he will throw throwing axes.
I knew this was coming.
And then I believe this lasts for like 30 seconds. He actually does good damage with the throwing axes, but he will lose armor while doing this. Or while he's throwing axes. At level 3, he gains an oil barrel throw. I think this is pretty much the same as the... Actually, no. This is better. Yeah, this is way better than the oil barrel from the Dwarven Battle Wagon.
Here we go.
And then at level 5, he gains an ability where he summons his brother Glowing. I can't use it while he's in range combat, but basically it's his brother will pop out and like attack someone, and the attack is like really powerful. Yeah, it does an AoE attack.
Move along.
And then while he's in his level 10 abilities, while he's in the axe throwing mode, he just gets basically the Arrow Storm ability that Legolas has from vanilla. He just throws a whole bunch of axes in a wide area. Kind of mediocre. But anyway, he gets a really good ability when we give him Mithril Armor though. So at level 7, he gains this ability called Heroes of Ered Luin. So how this works
I'll stand by your side.
is he grants a hero an upgrade, and then when he is near the hero, he gains 25% armor and deals 50% more damage. But if that hero is near their buddy, such as and the buddy system is Bilbo and Thorin, Dwalin and Balin, that other hero will also deal 25% armor, or gain 25% armor and deal 50% damage. So if I use this on Balin, Balin will buff Dwalin and Oin. And then if I buff
You still have time.
Oh!
I can't hide from a dwarf.
if I buff Bilbo, didn't
Can't
work
stay
on.
I know you
here.
doubt me.
Guess it didn't work on
I
Bilbo.
know you always
I
have.
know it.
No, nothing's been cancelled.
Maybe maybe the game needs to recharge or it doesn't show up or something. Let's see if it works.
They dreamt of the day when the Dwarves of Ered Luin would reclaim their homeland.
If you must know.
Okay, I think the ability needs to
I know
like
you
properly
doubt me.
recharge for it to work.
I know you always have.
But anyway, yep, kind of like the Iron Determination ability, but this one's a little bit better. And then we get to the last hero, Thorn Oakenshield. One of the strongest heroes in the game, has a lot of crazy abilities. 4K hero. He has 6K health, does 500 damage, which is higher than like 95% of heroes in the game. For his leadership, he grants nearby dwarven heroes 25% damage and knockback resistance. and then he grants Scavenger to everything. He has this ability called Trip to Erebor. This is a... How should I describe this? So, this is a gambling ability. Kind of. So if you succeed, if you high roll, which at level 1 is a 25% chance, he will automatically become King of Erebor. He will gain new abilities. And yeah. He'll become King of Erebor, and he'll get a lot of new abilities. If you don't, though, you will have to fight Smaug.
Overlooking.
And then he'll
From the
become
side of him.
King of Erebor with all the new abilities. At level 3, he gets a pin. At level 7, he gains invulnerability and a mithril. When he gains mithril, I think he just gains... Well, like this, he just gains an armor set upgrade. Yeah, and then he gains... when he gets mithril, he gains this ability called Orcris, where you can attack... Or it's just a powerful attack, and then it's got the cool, like, effect... where if you're near enemies, the weapon glows.
Favor.
Let me see if
You would not survive in the wild.
I can ask no more than that.
let's see if it works. Okay. I think he needs to become king first. All right, so let's
No sign of him.
let's roll and see if we have to fight Smaug or not. We should have a 25% chance. Okay, so we actually won the 1 in 4 chance. So now we have 2 Palanters of abilities. Our leadership is vastly improved. So now allied infantry and cavalry near Thorn gain 75% damage. They gain resistance to fear and terror. Dwarven heroes still gain damage and knockback resistance. Thorn becomes immune to knockback, and he still has scavenger. Let's actually go level up Thorn.
Now lies unprotected.
He still has the pin. He still has the... Okay, so when he levels up, he actually gets the sword, and then the sword is supposed to glow. I think it's only when he's near, like, orcs, though.
Come on, let's go.
Alright, he still has the Paralyze. He gains this ability.
If we succeed.
Heart.
The ring has been dropped.
So for 30 seconds, Thorn becomes immobile. He can't attack. He loses armor. But during this time, nearby allied heroes within a medium radius gain 100% armor. They heal, and they recharge their abilities 50% faster.
I'll stand by your side.
Axe or sword? It's your weapon of choice.
Let's get out of this foul place.
Thought as much. The Arkenstone. It is the only thing that will unite them, in case you have forgotten that jewel was stolen by Smaug.
Okay, song's over.
For when I called upon them, they answered.
So level 6, he gains weapon switch, so he will deal splash damage, but he will also harm allies if they're like next to him. At level 8, he gains kind of another RNG ability. He has a 75% chance to summon friendly units for free, and a 1 in 4 chance to summon a hostile army. But the good thing about the hostile army is they're all fully leveled and upgraded, so you'll actually gain a lot of XP if you kill it. Okay, so we high rolled. We got these Mirkwood units. We got some swordsmen and some pikemen. And then I think the other options are you get units from Lake Town, you get units from the Iron Hills, or you summon, it says Bolg, but it's actually Azog from the vanilla base game. And he has come up in an upgraded army of goblins.
It's the ring. Get it quick.
Thought as much.
We use that. We'll show off the invulnerability. I apologize if that was very loud for some people. But yeah, that's invulnerability. You get it for it affects himself and heroes, infantry, and then it's invulnerability for 30 seconds.
Come on, let's go.
No, nothing's been cancelled.
And then at level 10, he gains one of the most epic abilities in the game.
I'm sorry, do I know
I'll just
Up to, but not exceeding 1/14 of total profit intended. Seems fair.
I'll just let it play, and then you can see for yourself.
think others will have read them too.
Oh no. I just love that sound. That's apologies. I just love that sound. Probably one of the best scenes in the actual Hobbit or third Hobbit movie. And that's Thorin Oakenshield. Is he better than King Dane? He might be in some instances. The only thing King Dane has over him is the ability to summon units from the summon the heroes from the mausoleum. Oh, and just to clarify, that ability is just units. Oh, allies deal double damage and then it stuns enemy units for a minute. The buff lasts a minute long. And then I skipped over this hero. This is Ori. He fulfills the role that Thorin III does for the other two Dwarven subfactions. So his runes go on heroes though. So it has its own utilities there. So the first rune increases the knockback chance of a hero's weapon. The second rune grants increased health regeneration rate. The third rune grants minor splash damage. And then the final rune improves upon the first three runes. So greater knockback chance, greater health regeneration, and greater splash damage. And then the last ability is you summon his brothers Nori and Ori, or Nori and Dori. Yeah. And they will just stay around the selected hero forever, and you cannot summon multiple of them. You can only use the ability again when both are dead. I guess the cool thing about Ori though is the runes are actually permanent since they're on heroes. They're actually upgrades. So if Thorin dies, he'll come back with these runes.
Rumors have begun to spread.
Alright.
The dragon smell
So,
has not been seen for 60 years.
Last thing, of course, is
We didn't come here to run at the sight of blood. Move in quickly.
Last thing, of course, is to go over the mausoleum heroes for Ered Luin.
Move in quickly. It's the ring.
Should actually just build this
My arms get tired.
over here.
Here we go. Many cowards among our foes will pray for the night. Hurry, move, move, move. Ich spalte sie in zwei.
Alright.
Disturb a dwarf, will ya?
So we get Thrain and Nar. I believe
say you?
Thrain... I think... Oh no. I think I showed him in the Erebor showcase, but I don't think I went over him. I don't remember. Let's get them real quick. And... Oh no, I did show Thrain. You guys gonna go in?
As you will. Leave it to me. As you will. Guard this area.
Alright, they don't want to go in the mine shaft for some reason. So I guess while they're making the long walk over here, just recap Thrain real quick. So he also grants Scavenger. The stacks of Thorns, so they're basically gaining double Scavenger. He buffs allied hero or nearby allied heroes, 25% armor damage, and then if he dies, he kind of goes into a last stand where he just kind of roams around and fights. Rune of Fate grants dwarves 50% speed and knockback resistance. For this ability, he stands still and then he makes an area of the map permanently visible. Level 7, he loses vision, but each attack has 30% chance to knock back an enemy. And then at level 7, it's like a random effect. He grants even more money for his Scavenger. He becomes uncontrollable, or he gets attacked by enemies. Let's see. He spawned the Silmaril. I guess that works too. Oh no, we didn't get to keep. No, we didn't get to keep it though. Okay, so we got the last option.
Assessing, wondering, weighing the risk. I have the only right. I know who you are. I lost my way twice.
Was wollt ihr?
All right, and then finally we have Nar. So Nar also grants heroes 33% armor and 33% damage. If an allied hero dies near Nar, he becomes invincible and deals double damage. This ability is he can target a dwarven hero.
Schon unterwegs.
Okay, and then he becomes attached to them.
From my grandfather to my father.
What is it?
This has come to me.
Might need to re-summon him.
Guckt in die Hände,
Yeah,
Männer.
he kind of just disappeared there. I don't know if that ability works like it should. He's supposed to like accompany them. And then
It's the ring. Get it quick.
okay, so while he's protecting the hero,
Ist der Feind?
the hero deals more damage, has more health.
Auf geht's.
He did not gain more health. And has more armor. And then if it dies, Nar becomes like uncontrollable.
Schon unterwegs. Und los.
All will share in the wealth of the mountain.
Nur zu.
Loyalty. Honor.
Ihr
Willing
wünscht.
heart. You know nothing of the world.
Nur zu. Eine meiner leichtesten Übungen. Was wollt ihr?
Okay. So this ability is kind of like Amir's. He jumps to a hero. Okay, he jumps to the hero and does kind of Gimli's leap around him. So for this ability, he marks a target. Okay, I think it has to be a hero. A hero or a monster, and then all heroes near the target gain 75% damage. And then for his final ability, he gains... Is this a weapon switch? It's a weapon switch. Okay. So, or I guess it's a Blade Master. I guess every time he attacks, he stuns the enemy and then they lose 50% armor.
Schon unterwegs. Endlich wieder kämpfen.
Okay.
Wo ist der Feind?
But anyway, that is it. That is it for Ered Luin, and by extension, that is it for Dwarves. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you liked the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, and then I will see you in the future, guys. We're almost done with all the factions. So we basically have four more factions left. We have the 2 Elven factions, Angmar and Gondor. These next videos will probably be very long because these 4 factions are actually like quite extensive.
It is the only thing that will unite them in case you have forgotten that jewel was stolen.
Especially Angmar and Gondor, because they have the most units available, I believe, to recruit. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one. Peace.